Hi everyone, welcome to the Honeybee Nuts podcast channel. My name is Melissa and I am coming to you about 45 minutes north of Cincinnati, where I live with my husband, our dog, and 2 cats. Today is Friday, November 30th, and it is actually pretty early afternoon. It's 2:20. I just am stopping by to do a quick review video for you guys. And if you're looking for my regularly scheduled knitting podcast that hasn't been very regular lately, that will be recorded and uploaded later on this week. And that will also include giveaway winners. So if you are looking for that, stay tuned. It will be up soon. Today's video is actually a review. I have partnered with Delicious Yarns to bring you a review of their frosting, fingering, and swirl fingering yarns. And I am actually wearing my finished object. So first of all, YouTube requires me to tell you that I am not paid for my review. Essentially, Delicious Yarns sent me the yarn in exchange for my honest opinion. So that is what I'm here to give you today. So first of all, this is part of their pairings collection. So Delicious Yarns pairs together 2 colors that they believe will go perfect in a 2-color shawl. They also provide shawl recommendations for that yarn. They recommended knitting the piece of cake shawl, but I had something else in mind as always, because I had another 2-color shawl on my list of shawls that I wanted to knit, so that's what I chose to do. So I chose this pairing, and this is burnt orange and raspberry. Burnt orange is on their frosting fingering, and raspberry is on their swirl fingering. And the only difference, it's the same base, the only difference is the way the color is dyed. So their frosting fingering is more like a tonal, and the swirl fingering is more like a variegated. This yarn is 100% superwash merino, 450 yards per 100 grams. And I think that is it. And I just want to point out, guys, their tags, I don't know if I've seen these in stores before, and they're so cute because they give you the nutritional information of the yarn. It's adorable. So let me show you the shawl. I chose to knit the Trimble shawl by Lisa Much. And before you knit that pattern, before you run out and buy that pattern to knit, please wait for my full podcast, because I do have a pattern review for that, separate from this yarn review, because I did have a few issues with the pattern that you need to be aware of before you cast on. So here it is. So I actually love this shawl. I think the yarn is perfect for it. I think that it provided just enough contrast for you to see the little pops of color throughout the stripe sections. And it's the perfect weight for it. This is the perfect spring shawl. Knitting this with this yarn was a pleasure. I used the recommended needle size. The yarn itself is very soft and squishy, and it's very lightweight, so it's perfect for these type of springtime shawls. The colors in the skein are evenly distributed throughout, so you get a nice tonal look. And I can't say enough great things about this yarn. They have several other options that you can choose from. They have like a blue set, a green set, a purple set. So I definitely recommend going and taking a look at what they have. There is a lot of yardage in one skein. There's 450 yarns per 100 grams. So that's plenty to do a medium to large shawl. But the yarn I worked with was very lovely, and I will say that I had to rip back a few times because of the pattern, and the yarn held up really nicely. There's no fuzziness, there's no pilling. I was able to reuse what I had to rip out, so that tells me it's a nice wearing shawl. It is a 2-ply, it looks like a 2-ply yarn, and so I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for items like socks, but I would recommend it for shawls and maybe some shawls, scarves, cowls, anything that you are looking to be kind of an accessory pop to your boring wardrobe. Because if you're like me, I wear a lot in black and gray, so I'm always looking for these bright kind of pops of color to add to my wardrobe. So I have nothing negative to say about the yarn. It was lovely to work with. I definitely would choose to work with it again. I love the idea of their pairings collection because it gives you the perfect contrast that you need for 2-color shawls, especially 2-color shawls that stripe. And I have a ton left over, so I have plenty of yarn left over to do something else. So I will have to add that to my scrap pile and figure out what to do with that. But if you're interested in getting the pairing collection like I did and you want to knit a shawl, go check out Delicious Yarns at deliciousyarns.com. They are locally dyed in Valley Village, California, and if you have any questions about any of their yarn, you can email them at info@deliciousyarns.com. So that is my review for today. I know that it was short and sweet, but that is exactly what these yarns are. Very sweet, and they make knitting a breeze, so your project will be quick. So if you're looking for that last-minute Christmas gift, then I would definitely go check them out. If you're looking for a full podcast that includes pattern review, acquisitions, finished objects, work in progress, I promise I have one coming for you within the next 4 or 5 days, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye!